was an animal, and then that just never...
That explains a lot about your personality, though. Mike reminds me a lot of, maybe like the British... an American pit bull. Just like one of the not huge dogs that have no idea that, like, their size is not a factor. Like, I feel like you run on gut, and if a big, huge monster made you mad, there's no logic when you get mad, I feel like. You do.
I run on gut is a great way to explain my mentality.
Yeah, because later you'll always be like, you'll always do a thing where you're like, in retrospect, and you'll talk about your behavior in retrospect. But I've seen you in moments just be, like, unleashed. And I do feel like if you're angry or you feel affronted, dude, look out.
An interesting thing happened the other day. We were going for an interview, and so we sat down, and it's in this place called Spaces. So it's like an offices that's rented. It's in Hartford.
Okay.
We sit down. There's these two wicked, attractive, really nice people there. There's this gentleman on the left and this lady on the right, and they're both just like beaming, nice people. You immediately walk in, and you're like, holy shit. I think they added us on Snapchat. We befriended all of each other. The girl on the left, I think her nickname's Willie, and the dude on the right, his name is X. You guys ever listen to this, shouts out. But so we sit down, and we're like, hell yeah, these people are awesome.
Wait, interview for what now?
So there's a DoorDash interview, which is a delivery service, and I just wanted to go over there. I had just transferred. It's an easy way to just start up a little bit of money in case I just wanted to work at my off hours. I was in an Uber ride the other day, and I thought about it for a long time, and this guy I was talking about it, and the guy that Ubered me was really, really fantastic, but he just told me his horror stories, and I was like, I just think there's another way. And so I'm an all-fast type of person, so I figured I would give it a shot, and then we could even talk about it on here or something, kind of give you the real deal feel of it. So I was over there, and I quickly realized that wasn't going to work out.
Yeah.
But the interview was great because he's like, you know enough, we're not going to talk. And Corey was there, and Corey had done something like this before for a place called Postmates, so we just kind of doubled down on it. And so this guy starts talking, and I'm sitting forward, and my hands are like crossed, and I'm leaning with my shoulders back a little bit. Yeah. And this guy goes, yo, yo, yo. And this dude's biceps are like 27 inches wide. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And he looks at me, he goes, yo, you probably fucked some people up before, haven't you? And I'm like, wait, what? What are you talking about? And he goes, you just look like one of those people that when you just say you've been in a couple fights. And I was like, well, like,
I think I've said that to you in the past too.
Extensively.
Yeah.
And I'm not proud of anything like that, but I also know how to defend myself because of where I'm from, and I just thought it was funny that this very large man who obviously could rip me in half by like snapping me over his knee was just gave me a little bit of shouts out respect for my body language. So I felt proud about that, but then more so proud, me and Corey were joking back and forth about how we're friends and how we shit on each other all the time, and it's a healthy relationship. It's what you do, joke with your friends.
Yeah, you've told me terrible things about Corey. Is he there?
Yeah.
No, I'm just kidding. I don't know anything about Corey.
And so he was saying that he has a big forehead and none of his friends know how to make jokes about it. And on the spot, I was like, well, they probably measure your biceps before they measure your forehead. And he started cracking up, and we started reeling back and forth. It was a good time. I thought my joke was pretty decent. I didn't toot my clown horn because I'm an idiot, but whatever. There it is. There's some facts. And that other girl was really funny. She had some funny snaps.
Why wouldn't you consider Uber? Do you not have the BMW anymore?
It was a Mercedes, and
that's
it
right.
was... No, I do, but it's just like, I don't know, bartending.
Please do it, dude. Just, even not for money, but like, I would love to hear your feedback after a night of Uber, because I spent the year that Rachel was sick, the only work I did was I signed up I did Uber. I lost lots.
I just like, if someone throws up in my car, it's game over.
Yeah, no. I anytime someone was drunk, unless they were like in danger, I wouldn't allow them in my car. Like, I would usually say you're going to have to find another one. If they're like passed out drunk and like look like a disrespectful group of people, I would be like, yeah, I'd prefer not to. But that's all based on your area. You're in Amherst, so I think you're in Amherst, but
I'm in West Springfield now, so that's actually the opposite cut of the meat.
Yeah. So you can kind of avoid that based on what time you drive.
The logistics of what
you're not going to make any money, but you'd be good at it.
Yeah, that's not what I'm thinking.
It's fun.
I've applied to a few bartending jobs in my area because I left one over in Amherst, which is totally fine with me. I think, unfortunately, that's the hamster wheel of life right there. However, there is a nice opportunity that I know you're about to make fun of me for because I said that I would never do it, and everyone always told me to. Excuse the yawn.
He'd be a killer car salesman.
Also, dude, have you ever heard that song, Old MacDonald Had a Farm? Yeah, yeah, yo.
Yeah, I have.
He had a duck. Yeah, yeah, yo. There's a there and a there.
Discord, apparently. Yeah.
I'm thinking about selling cars.
Yeah. I don't know why you're so, like, you say it as if, like, I'm thinking about prostituting. Like, it's, dude, why be ashamed? Like, you'd be fantastic at it. Anything where you have to, like...
Everybody says that.
Dude, because you're a master... I'm going to say this, and it's going to sound like not a compliment at all, but you're very good at manipulating your surroundings. Silence. See, no comment, because he knows it's true. We're on Discord right now. I'm, like, in a fucking... video.
He knows
like,
that I did manipulate. The reason he's using this as an example is because I manipulated the shit out of him to get here. I forced him to log into my account, and then I made a new name.
Yeah, dude, you're very good at that. And I don't say it in a bad way. I'm not saying, like, I'm just saying that your people, you seem to be good. You're just good with people. And, you know, bartending directly relates to so many things. Like, if you can be behind a bar and hold your own, I couldn't do it, man. I don't know what that is. Mike's showing me a sex toy of sorts.
Whoa, it's a little man, dude. He's a little sticky guy. Check this out.
So where's the opportunity, though? That's cool. Mike's showing me like a Wi-Fi controlled vibrator. I don't know why.
I have in mind, but I'm thinking. The reason I brought it up is because someone that has the opportunity was like, "Hey, would you be interested in this?" And I was like, "For fuck's sake!" And then they ran the numbers by me, and I was like, "Well, for fuck's sake, eh?"
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, dude.
It was like it went from like and the thing is,
you'll get a small check whether you sell a car or not. But
I'm very much I'm the main character in the anime in my life type thing. So it just I always put it up as like doing something lame as that. But I guess like
it's not lame.
Don't knock it till you try it type shit.
No, everybody.
Whoever said slinging Bud Lights in the trenches at 2:30 a.m. was fucking fun. So.
No, I mean, listen. There's something about serving an honest drink that I think is just as noble as heart
That's
surgery.
That's the thing for me.
So.
That's why I couldn't do other retail. Is because I was like, I can't sell this shit to old dudes who don't have warranties and people who don't want the shit. They just like get upset with food. You come in, I just do a song and a dance, make you smile when you're done.
Yeah, you're selling spirits, right? But it's the same as cars, man. You're selling yourself. You're not selling the car like at all. But it does help to like if you're selling if you're going to sell cars and it's a car that you actually believe in is a good car. Like I sold Subarus, for example. I'm no good at selling. I couldn't bartend. I'm not a front of the house kind of guy, but I would say that would be a big help, especially for you because you get very enthusiastic about the things that you consider to be quality. You know what I mean? So it depends on where is this? Is it a manufacturer dealership?
I have to keep the details in the deal, right?
Okay, details on the deal.
I don't want to give away too much because
you'd be quite good at selling cars.
It's just recently been offered to me, and I don't want to jinx it. But the last time I did that, something didn't work out quite as well, so I want to hold my cards this time a little bit more.
Yeah, it is a cutthroat.
I just get very excited about opportunity and working for people, and a lot of people don't have the same enthusiasm for like the team dynamic as I do, and so when you work for an employer that isn't even willing to like communicate as a unit, it's just very hard for me. It's the same way for school. Like if you're trying to teach me something and you haven't convinced me it's worth learning, like why should I listen?
Yeah, I understand that. Yeah,
that's all.
Yeah, I feel like you work well under.
That's the thing is if you
someone
throw me under
you
some fire or some pressure, I guess.
Yeah, you're good under pressure. You're good. I think you definitely respond if the leader is someone that you respect. And in the same, like the other side of the coin, you will also respond if the leader is inadequate. I've seen you under like good management and bad management, and I think, it translates. Like, here's the thing. I think one of the issues is that I think that and this is a common issue. Like, I think that you're smarter and more capable than the jobs that you've accepted. So, and that sometimes can be an issue because I feel like, I don't know. I've seen you, it's hard for you to be under someone that you're more experienced or could possibly be better than, which is going to be the case for you in a lot of situations, man. So
Yeah.
I don't know. You seem grown though. You seem like
I appreciate that a lot. I want to do something right now. First off, we just got real serious. That was good. That was great. Appreciate that. Let's take a step back from me for a second. Last week we talked about doing some segments, right? So let's talk about for a second someone locally that you think you're really proud of. And
local hero?
Give me a hero. Give me a local hero right now. Let's do let's give me a who's that, what's that. Give me a local hero right now. All right? And then let me know. Just give me something, Jed.
Local is relevant. Local is relevant to where you are, and we're in two different locations. But okay, so local hero for me right now. What can I do? Geez, you caught me a little off guard.
That's okay.
I'll go ahead and I'll shoot out Ice House Pub. It's in Barre, Massachusetts. For me, that's local. It's a newer restaurant. My buddy Brian is the head chef. I was involved in the opening. It's a great place. It's just a great place. Honest, good food. Their beer selection is second to none in the area. You won't find a bar with that selection of beer and wine and everything.
Give me the name one more time.
It's called Ice House Pub.
Ice House Pub. It sounds very cool. Give me one menu item.
It sounds terrible. It's not like a place I would go to. It sounds like, okay, there's a beer company called Ice House. Like, why pick that name? But
no, it's good.
It's the concept is there's a cattle farmer. There's a guy. It said connection to internet lost there for a second, so I don't know if they could hear us, but yeah, so he owns the farm. He wanted to open a restaurant as a way to distribute to the restaurant. It cuts the cost between the purveyor cost, like the beef comes directly from the guy who owns the farm, which is not reflected on the menu, but it's a good shout out to that restaurant. I think it's worth a special trip.
That's awesome. Yeah. I'm glad that we included that in our segment.
Yeah, how about yourself? What you got?
Super delicious. Let me see. Something that's touched me personally. So personally, I don't know if I want to do some food again. Do you think I should? I don't know. Let's see. I'm trying to not double down on something that's food, but it's a nice resource. God, food is my favorite thing. Hold on, sorry. Corey's asking me a question at the same time. What'd you say, Corey? Okay, well, you gotta make sure that you unplug something for next time. Sorry, I just flipped the breaker on accident, I think. There's a place in Amherst that I actually quite enjoy. That's a restaurant because it was the first thing that came to mind. That's very good. It's called Fresh Side. Have you ever been over there again?
Oh yeah.
I think that place is super incredible. It's like almost like a tea house style. There's a couple different menu choices. It's like a Japanese, a little bit of Thai fusion in there, some Vietnamese too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Fresh Side. Forget about it.
Yeah, sorry about that. We got to make sure that we have power here. The same thing just happened. No, it was like a ghost in the system. The second I tried to do something planned and not organic, Jed, everything started to fall apart. So you know what? In the future, I guess we're just free. I guess we're just freeballing it because that seemed way better. That's good. You're still rocking your iOS on both systems right now, eh?
I sure am. Yeah. I do have something I do want to talk about.
I'd love to hear it.
That I need you to run with because I do have to respond to this thing that's coming into my phone right now. It's sort of important, but yeah. So, what's his name? What's the guy?
Andrew
the very
Yang?
Conservative? No, not Andrew Yang. He's Ben Shapiro, right? He has. Do you know Ben Shapiro?
Yeah.
So he has a podcast and stuff, and I'm a Joe Rogan podcast listener, and I love his stuff. And so Ben Shapiro comes up sometimes. I don't agree with Ben Shapiro, but I do think he's like extremely good at arguing his own point. And he posted something that is an issue for him. So Joe Rogan on the podcast the other day. Now, Rogan's podcast is a giant. It has a huge reach. It's like today's version of like the Today Show. He has a huge audience, millions of people listen. So his podcast is becoming like, if you say something of relevance on his podcast,